very good evening to you wherever you're watching us from. This is an English edition of Dalsan TV English News. We have a lot lined up for you on this day of 3rd January 2023, but first let's have a look at some of the stories that are making headlines here in Somalia. Massive demonstration in Mogadishu condemns maritime pact. President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud and his Egyptian counterpart pledge to enhance historical ties and economic relations. Somaliland leader arrives in Jigjiga to enhance cooperation with the Somali-Ethiopia region. Rival Sudan generals harden tone amid ceasefire efforts. And suspect arrested in Mogadishu homicide case. Now, welcome back to this edition of Dalsan TV English News. My name is Abdulrazak Ali. The administration of the Benadir region has organized a large-scale demonstration in Mogadishu, the capital of Somalia, to protest against the recent maritime agreement between the breakaway region of Somaliland and the Ethiopian federal government. Hundreds of people from various districts of the region gathered at Dalsan Square and Stadium Cornice, voicing their opposition to the controversial deal.
The administration of Benadir region organized a large-scale demonstration in Mogadishu, the capital of Somalia, to protest against the recent maritime agreement between the breakaway region of Somaliland and the Ethiopian government. Hundreds of people from various districts of the region gathered at Dalsan Square and Cornice Stadium, voicing their opposition to the controversial deal. The demonstration, which took place at a crucial juncture, underscored the deep-seated dissatisfaction among the people of Mogadishu towards the agreement reached in Addis Ababa. Figures from the Benadir regional administration, including Mogadishu Mayor Yusuf Hussein Jim'ala Madale, as well as federal government dignitaries, including parliamentarians and ministers, lent their support to the protest. Yusuf Madale, speaking about the demonstration and its purpose, emphasized that it was a direct response to what he deemed an inappropriate action taken by Musa Bihi, the president of Somaliland, and Abiy Ahmed, the prime minister of Ethiopia.
adiga ma u baadhow inaad ka qaadi kara mar haddaad soo geliso arrinkaasi Soomaaliya meel kastay joogto dibad iyo gudaba way ka dhigdhiyeen waxaana leenahay ma ogolin badda Soomaaliya iyo biyaha Soomaaliya iyo bariga Soomaaliya in meel.
The mayor of Mogadishu further argued that the agreement constituted a violation of Somalia's sovereignty, accusing Musa Bihi of capitalizing on the conclusion of his term. The controversial agreement, reached on Monday in Addis Ababa between Ethiopia and Somaliland, involved the recognition of Somaliland as an independent country. Musa Bihi disclosed that, in return, Somaliland would grant Ethiopia a 20-kilometer sea area as a naval base on a lease basis. However, the Addis Ababa agreement has faced significant criticism for its implications, as it is viewed as jeopardizing Somalia's national interests, sovereignty, and independence. As tensions mount and public pressure intensifies, the ramifications of this contentious agreement are likely to reverberate both domestically and across the wider region.
Meanwhile, the federal government of Somalia's president, Dr. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, has on Tuesday evening held a phone conversation with Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, where they discussed the latest regional and global issues. The two leaders also broadly focused their deliberations on ways of historical ties between Somalia and Egypt. The federal government of Somalia, President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, on Tuesday evening held a phone call with Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, where they discussed the latest regional and global issues. The two leaders also broadly focused their deliberations on ways of historical ties between Somalia and Egypt. They specifically pinpointed the need for addressing the security, stability and development of two countries. President Mohamud thanked al-Sisi for the continued unwavering support the Egyptian government is providing primarily in the areas of health, security, education and capacity building for its security personnel and government officials. President al-Sisi on his part applauded Somalia for the recent progress it has made in the fight against Al-Shabaab, political and economic spheres, pledging the unflinching commitment by his administration to bolstering support to the Somali government. Now, Somaliland President, that is Musa Bihi Abdi, has on Wednesday arrived in Jigjiga town, the capital of Somali Ethiopia region. The breakaway region leader and his accompanying delegation were warmly received at the Garad Wheelwall Airport by the region's president, Agjar, and other senior government officials. Somaliland President Muse Bihi Abdi has on Wednesday arrived in Jigjiga town, the capital city of Somali Ethiopia region. The breakaway region leader and his accompanying delegation were warmly received at the Garad Wheelwall Airport by the region's president Mustafa Omar Agjar and other senior government officials. Bihi is scheduled to engage a wide range of discussions with his Somali Ethiopia region leader on ways of bolstering trade and security collaboration between the two sides. His visit comes 2 days after entering agreement with Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed on access to the Red Sea, which has continued to ignite public uproar. Somalia federal government has denounced the memorandum of understanding reached between the two leaders and termed it null and void. Now on to our next story. Somali police have apprehended Ibrahim Aden Madai on Wednesday, a local resident who is suspected of committing a heinous act of homicide in the bustling Northern district of the capital city of Mogadishu. The arrest comes in connection with the murder of Khadija Siad Mohammed, a deceased dedicated cleaner who was working for Northern district. The incident unfolded on Tuesday night at around 6 p.m. local time, sending shockwaves through the community.
Somali police apprehended Ibrahim Aden Madai on Wednesday, a local resident suspected of committing a heinous act of homicide in the bustling Northern district of the capital city, Mogadishu. The arrest comes in connection with the murder of Khadija Siad Mohammed, a dedicated cleaner employed at a premises within the district. The incident unfolded on Tuesday night, around 6 p.m. local time, sending shockwaves throughout the community. The victim, Khadija Siad Mohammed, was a respected civil servant working in the sanitation department of Northern district. Her sudden and untimely demise has left her colleagues, friends and family in a state of profound grief and disbelief. According to a statement released by local law enforcement, the suspect, Ibrahim Aden Madai, was apprehended following a thorough investigation into the circumstances surrounding the murder. The police have not disclosed the motive behind the crime at this stage, but have assured the public that they are pursuing all leads and conducting a meticulous examination of the evidence. The Northern district, known for its vibrant markets, bustling streets and diverse population, has been confronted with a tragic incident that has left residents in fear and mourning. This tragic event has ignited conversations about the need for increased security measures and the importance of a robust justice system that can deter such heinous crimes. The Somali police are urging anyone with information regarding the incident to come forward and assist in the pursuit of justice. The authorities are committed to ensuring a thorough and transparent investigation, providing answers to the victim's family and the community at large.
Now, elsewhere, the heads of Sudan's warring military factions have vowed to escalate fighting against each other amid regional efforts to end brutal conflict in the country. Army Chief Lieutenant General Abdel Fattah el-Burhan and Military Rapid Support Forces RSF Commander Lieutenant General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, known as Hamedti, made the remark on Monday during the 68th anniversary of Sudan's independence. The heads of Sudan warring military factions have vowed to escalate fighting against each other amid regional efforts to end brutal conflict in the country. Army Chief Lieutenant General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and Paramilitary Rapid Support Forces RSF Commander Lieutenant General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, known as Hamedti, made the remarks on Monday during the 68th anniversary of Sudan's independence. General Hamedti said, "We will pursue the putschists," referring to the army. He vowed to end the war in favor of the people soon and to establish a state founded on principles of equal citizenship without discrimination. The enemy must concede defeat in this war, as our forces have made major victories in Khartoum, Darfur, Kordofan and Jazeera states, he said. The RSF leader pledged to protect civilians in the central state of Jazeera, which his paramilitary group seized last month. Now that brings us to the end of this bulletin. Thank you for tuning in to Dalsan TV, Somalia's top #1 TV station. My name is Abdulrazak Ali. We wish you a lovely evening.